Welcome into episode 83 of the Cheesehead and the Bear podcast. You have Cheesehead number 1, Connor Kelly.
Got to Bear, Brennan Oates.
And finally, got the Viking, Alex Rudinger.
Yay!
Papa!
Welcome back.
Papa's back!
That's crazy. That's crazy. Yes. It is true. I was on, we'll call it parental leave from the podcast.
No pay from us.
Selfish.
Zero pay, obviously.
For the grind.
As per usual. But yeah, no, we got a good podcast for you guys here today. We're going to do some sports starters, as always. Jump into one of these games that I made this weekend in overreactions and takeaways from this past week. We're going to rank the 2024 QB draft class 1 through 6 based on who we'd want as our future QBs. We're going to do a quick week 3 preview / picks. Then we will do our starts of the week, QB, running back, wide receiver, and tight end. And we will finish out with Brennan's fantasy relaxed or panicked on certain players that Brennan has chosen beforehand. So let's hop right into these sports starters. Cheesehead, number 1. You want to start with this first one?
Yeah, might as well. Starting off on a rough note.
Yeah, it's depressing all around on these sports starters.
This
is rough.
These are rough. Jaden Reed was diagnosed with a broken collarbone in last week's Thursday night game against the Commanders.
Was a dot, though. It was a dot.
What a dot. What a catch.
It was
Still
a
got
dot
it,
and
too.
a catch.
Yeah,
I
like
know.
out of bounds, whatever, but it just really awkward tackle came down right on the shoulder, and you could just tell it was like,
Immediately.
oh boy,
Yep.
he was
Immediately.
down.
The way he was holding his shoulder
Yeah.
too, I was like, dude, the way he landed, everything, that's collarbone for sure.
Yeah,
And
and
the
you
dude
could see
landed
his
on him,
mouth
too.
like open.
Yep.
Oh, dude, he
Honestly,
was in
not gonna
pain.
lie. Tell me if you thought this too. Flashbacks of the Anthony Barr, Aaron Rodgers broken collarbone.
Dude, no facts. Literally facts.
It
Okay,
probably
all
does
right.
not feel very good to land on the
Yeah.
shoulder, and then another human being also land on that same shoulder.
And then you just hear a loud snap noise.
And be
And
like,
that's one
my
of your
shoulder
bones.
is gone.
Yep, that's
Yeah.
one of your bones, actually.
Yeah.
I saw something on Twitter. It was like, I think it was like Reed is like not practicing, and then somebody tweeted under, "Damn, I was hoping that a broken collarbone healed in 24 hours."
Dude, he couldn't
I was
pull
like,
a Greg
oh,
Jennings
yeah.
from Madden with a broken leg, score a touchdown, dude.
Broken freaking leg.
But yeah, that's really tough. You know, obviously he didn't have. Actually, I can't even remember. I don't think he had the greatest week 1. He might have gotten in the end zone. I honestly can't remember.
Me either.
He did.
But yeah, so he got in the end zone week 1. Didn't have a crazy amount of yards or anything, but he scored. And then pretty early on in this Commanders game, broken collarbone, and that's just not what you want to see. I mean, he's one of the biggest weapons we have on this team because he can be used in so many different ways. Gadget guy. I mean, he's a deep threat. He can also run the ball honestly pretty well. So it just really kind of sucks, especially with Watson obviously not back yet. We still got some guys in this receiver room that are going to have to step up, and I think we're going to be okay. But definitely a big piece to go down.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Definitely.
I think it's good for the two. I guess if you can pick out a good thing, obviously players getting hurt is not good, but bright spot is going to be the 2 rookies now get more playing time with Matthew Golden and Savion
Williams.
Williams. Okay, thank God. Pretty sure.
I was going to say, I couldn't remember his name until you said Savion.
Yeah,
But that
so-
guy needs the ball more. That guy's a dog.
He is a gadget guy, just like Reed is. So him probably getting more playing time obviously is going to be good. And watching some tape of Matthew Golden, that guy is fast. Just sadly, your quarterback has a noodle arm for some reason and can't throw it deep.
Dude, he underthrows him or overthrows him. There's no in between.
Yeah,
There's
I wouldn't even call it a noodle arm because when he throws those deep balls, sometimes
dude.
they go 20 yards past
Yeah.
him. Dude. He's like a
Pretty
Where
more.
are you
It's
going?
weird because like he can't pick the middle. It's either a back foot or he's gonna step into it and throw it as absolute hard as he can. There's no middle for Mr. Love.
Yep.
Great
Yeah.
quarterback, but it's just so funny to see him
You'll
jumping.
never see like a 30-yard pass. It's 5 or 50. It's
And usually-
literally there's no in between.
When it is a 30, it's like the Tucker Craft wide open on like a wheel route. That makes no
Yeah.
sense.
Yeah,
He's
wide
a
open.
dog.
I don't know. Seeing some, from the Commanders game, seeing some clips of his like incompletions to Golden, it's like this guy's just faster than everyone that's guarding him. And when they get that connection going, man, it's going to be scary. So we'll see how those two do with
Definitely
every wide receiver out for the Packers right now.
definitely has to be one of those things where he's going to have to make a decision early and be like, when he's getting off this break, you have to throw it now before, anyone can catch up or he gets too far out of the way so he can make completion. It's going to have to be one of those, he's breaking now, fucking throw it to him and let him run with it instead of let me try and lead him 80 yards down the field.
Yeah, you think Matthew Golden's too fast? Like, you think that might be it? Like, he just can't, comprehend how fast Matthew Golden is to figure out a connection, or?
I guess for right now, maybe. I don't want to say too fast, but not used to his routes and shiftiness, maybe.
Yeah, it's all about chemistry, dude. Throwing with anticipation, and in order to do that, you need to know pretty intimately how well your receivers can run these routes and how fast they can get to their spots. So it just takes time. To be honest, I'm not concerned with this Matthew Golden probably not producing as much as he's been expected to over these past 2 weeks. From what I've seen with his route tree and his speed, he'll get there for sure.
Because Christian Watson, him and Love have a pretty good connection, but Christian Watson is more of a run straight kind of guy. So it's like all you have to do is lead him straight. He's not making breaks out of the,
no double
not making breaks on his routes and all that kind of shit and being shifty. It's just run forward, throw it up there.
Yeah, and the 3 weeks that Love didn't get in these OTAs with his thumb surgery obviously didn't help anything with the chemistry either. So.
Exactly.
Not worried at all.
He'll be fine, but I think he'll definitely need to step up these next couple weeks. And he's getting looks, just unfortunately the ball hasn't got to his hands, so we'll be fine. Continuing
with the injuries, the Bear. Why don't you go ahead and rip this one off?
All-Pro, Pro Bowler, Bears cornerback Jalen Johnson out indefinitely, probably out for the year. I think he's going to need surgery on his groin. God, I mean, that just sucks, dude. I think I'm gonna stop buying players stuff because I just probably about 2 weeks ago bought a Jalen Johnson shirt and now he's out for the year. So I'm just gonna buy a Jordan Love shirt next and just hope and see kind of how that works.
Let's relax.
JJ McCarthy's already out. We don't need to buy one of those.
Spoiler.
Yeah. But no, this is a huge hit, man. I mean, the defense without Jalen and then TJ Edwards dealing with a hamstring, it's probably a bottom 5 defense in the league. It's disgusting, the names. Tyreek Stevenson sucks. I think Connor could probably go guard these wide receivers better than Stevenson. I don't know what happened to him. Ever since that Washington game,
dude. Yep.
He just plummeted to the ground. I mean, there is a lot of cornerbacks still available, so I'm curious to see if they're going to go after someone. They probably should because their cornerback room is ass. Tremaine Edmonds sucks. TJ Edwards is a huge part of our defense, and he's out now. So, yeah, I mean, we're going to have to put up points, and we can't even get into the red zone. So it's going to be pretty ugly next few weeks without our 2 best defensive players, for sure.
Yeah, it is. I mean, I don't really have much to add. I mean, you guys really need some help shoring up that cornerback room now that Jalen Johnson's going to be out probably for the rest of the year. At this point, Brennan, I'd like to get your opinion. Are you expectations at the floor for this season?
One of our podcast buddies, three guys, 6 balls podcast. Shout out them. Sent me a message. What's your outlook on the Bears? I'm like, terrible. The season's already over. I mean, Jalen Johnson, T.J. Edwards, like I've said already, huge parts. We can't get any pass rush. Montez Sweat is a piece of shit. He can't do anything. Getting paid $25 million a year to do nothing. So yeah, it's disgusting, and it doesn't help that we have the hardest schedule in football. So, what I said to them, and shout out some Honolulu guys too. They've been talking about it. It's really just Caleb now. It doesn't matter about wins, and obviously we'd like to win, but it really just depends on Caleb Williams getting better and Ben Johnson being there for him, and the offense, because the defense sucks and it's over with. So yeah, pretty low.
I'll get into Caleb a little later, but yeah, Jalen Johnson was always that guy. When Bears games coming up this week, you'd be like, oh, okay, like for example, last year, just for an example, because I know he's not having the greatest year this year, but like last year, if it's Bears versus Jags, you're like, okay, Jalen Johnson's going to be on BTJ. That's a big piece of that offense that was going to be shut down. So now it's like, who do you rely on more in this game? Because that's going to be a great matchup. Now a lot of these teams with these wide receiver ones, they're just going to have a field day because they have no one that's going to be able to really lock them down. So
Just wait till the Bears Cowboys preview. My God,
Oh,
it's going to be
dude.
disgusting. Dude.
I know who I'm starting.
Oh, I have one of those too. I don't know if it's the same one, but definitely one of my starts of the week is a Cowboys wide receiver. So, yeah, terrible. It's not looking good.
And moving on, but staying in the same boat of terribleness and injury and crappy overall feelings. Vikings quarterback J.J. McCarthy is expected to be sidelined anywhere from 2 to 4 weeks with a high ankle sprain. My guess is it's going to be 4, if not maybe a little bit more than that. I really do think they take the entire time we're in Dublin and London, and I don't even know if he travels with the team. I think he stays back, rehabs. I think they're just going to, kind of sit him out until after the bye, I mean.
Which is week what for you?
I
7?
thought like 6.
I thought it was 5 or 6.
Yeah.
Well, Bears are 5, right?
Bears are 5. Yeah.
I think you're 6. I think the Vikings are 6.
Yeah. So I don't know, man. That sucks, obviously. But what are you gonna do? Next man up, Carson Wentz. Kind of excited for it. Can't help but be excited for it. Look at the track record with what we've been able to do with quarterbacks that have been written off and tossed aside and bounced around from team to team. Make them look good for at least a couple games. So hopefully we can keep that streak going. And honestly, this is what I like to call a win-win situation, because let's say Carson Wentz goes out there, stinks it up, sucks, 5 interceptions in a game, right? Awful. Cool. Bench him. Max Brosmer's in there, undrafted free agent out of the University of Minnesota, looked phenomenal in the preseason. I get to see some tape on him. Big preseason guy here versus those 3rd and 4th stringers. But so obviously, trying to find a little bit of light in a really shitty situation. But what are you gonna do? Oh yes, Mr. Brennan.
Sorry, I didn't want to cut you off. I didn't know if you were going to the next point. I know we talked about it in the chat, the whole aspect of the next man up. Say Carson Wentz does go out there for the next 4 weeks and absolutely, does the KOC, thing. And he just goes out there and looks unbelievable because he's throwing it to Justin Jefferson and Hawkinson and Addison after
Hawkinson.
Yeah, well.
Yeah, tell me about
JJ can't throw it to
God,
me to you, so I mean.
Yeah.
But let's just say Carson does go out there and wins every game and goes 3-4 or 3-1, I should say. Is there a world JJ McCarthy gets not benched, but just doesn't get a spot back for this year?
For the year, I'm going to be honest, I can kind of see it, only because if we're winning games, it's going to be hard to put J.J. McCarthy back into. But also, I was going to try kind of get into this a little bit later, but since we're picking it up now,
you can do it later.
Okay, I'll just kind of go with a shortened version here. I think if the stars if everything is perfect, everybody's back in, nobody's hurt, we don't have any major injuries, I would assume that they would throw J.J. McCarthy back in there when they feel that he's back at 100% ready. But if we're missing our starting left tackle and J.J. McCarthy's getting hit 2.3 seconds after he snaps the ball like he has been these past 2 weeks, I don't think that's a good position that KOC would see that, and I don't think he'd want to put I was about to call him a rookie quarterback, but young quarterback with what seems to be confidence issues back in there and set him up for failure. So if everything's not perfect, then I don't see J.J. McCarthy going back in. I think we ride it out with Wentz for at least a little while, unless Wentz stinks it up and then J.J. McCarthy goes back out there regardless. Yes, Cheesehead number 1.
Is that the shortened version?
Yes.
Jesus.
Yep.
Dude, all I'm gonna say.
Dude, you don't understand. I haven't been on this podcast or been able to like
Dude, this guy's gonna
put out
yap.
this
I love it.
this information
I love it.
in
It's great.
weeks, dude. It's
Yeah.
been weeks.
Because I
So-
agree. I think you want to put the quarterback that gives you the best chance to win. I think like a great example, Colts. Obviously, Anthony Richardson blows. They put in Danny Dimes, and they're looking unbelievable. Carson Wentz, like I said in the text, he has to play perfect. They're not going to give him
He's got a short leash.
3 touchdowns. Yes. But
Very.
the Vikings team on paper is disgusting. Like, it's very good. It's in that contending phase, and if Carson Wentz does go out there and ball, which has done in his career before, I see a world where he remains the quarterback for the rest of the year, for sure.
I agree, for sure. I think there's definitely a world where Wentz comes out and actually takes advantage of what he has on the offense. You know, J.J. Hawkinson, like Addison when he comes back, not this game, but next game. I think it's going to open up plenty of options. Wentz totally has the capability to, kind of ball out, and I think if he does, maybe not necessarily the whole year. I think it kind of depends on what the record's looking like, because you're 1-1 right now, but if Wentz comes out and, wins 6 games in a row and JJ's healthy, I don't really see why they would switch things up and put McCarthy back in. So I think it's kind of a, if you guys go on a crazy win streak with Wentz and he's looking good, they'll keep him in. If you guys maybe go like 500 in the next 6 games or so and he's still looking okay, I think they'll probably go back to JJ, but it's kind of just a toss-up right now.
Yeah, and I don't, and also another part of that is I don't even think, like, let's say that he does go rattle off a 6-game win streak, right, and we're 7-1 going into week 8 or going into week 9. I don't think JJ McCarthy is the type of guy to be like pissed off that he's, I'm healthy and
Right.
he seems like the kind of guy that is, as long as the team is succeeding, I can be here. I'm still taking the mental reps. I'm still, learning and developing and rehabbing and, getting used to this offense. So I don't see that being like a drama point. Like maybe if that hypothetical world were to happen, maybe I can just see that being like a main story on ESPN about, they were all in on J.J. McCarthy. That's why they didn't sign Aaron Rodgers and blah, blah, blah. And here they are with Carson Wentz out here starting. So I don't think that would be the temperature of the locker room at all.
He's very
best thing
level-headed.
Yeah, I think it's a great thing that he's super young, too. I think he is the youngest starting quarterback, 22 years old. So, that's just another great factor that he has time to learn. So,
Yes, he's got plenty of time. There's no reason to rush it, especially if he's making a lot of mistakes. There's no reason to go out and, I guess, waste a contending year when their backup is playing better than who they wanted their starter to be if he's still competing. So it's one of those things.
retweet.
One of those, speaking of the Vikings' weapons on paper, one of them will not be with the team for at least the next 4 weeks because he has been placed on IR, and that is going to be one Aaron Jones. There are 3 things guaranteed in life: death, taxes, and an Aaron Jones hamstring injury. Year in, year out, it is just guaranteed. Look,
Been there.
it happens every single year for I want to say the last 4 years at
I
least.
think it has been like the last 4 years.
He has been sidelined for, maybe not placed on IR every time, but he's had hamstring issues for at least the last 4 years. At least the last 2 are the reasons that we bring one Cam Akers into the building, who is coming back to Minnesota for
Let's
the
go.
3rd season in a row.
Hey, at
Last
least you didn't
season-
waste a draft pick on him this time. Let's
Yeah.
be real. Let's get a win in here.
Yep, the
No
last 2
third,
years
fourth round
we
pick wasted.
traded for him, and this year we were able to just sign him. So guys familiar with our team, familiar with the offense, so that's cool.
Maybe I'm just spitballing here. Maybe just give him a contract. Maybe
Nah.
just maybe
No.
like a 2-year contract, so you don't
Yeah.
have to keep doing this. But
I'm totally cool
whatever.
with that if we fucking get Ty Chandler off our damn team. That guy does nothing, and he sucks at football.
That guy's
So,
bad.
He's awful.
He's had
dude.
so many opportunities.
so
too.
many, and he does nothing. He
The
sucks
amount of
at football.
people- I think it was 2 years ago when Aaron Jones first got hurt with his hamstring, everyone's like, Ty Chandler.
Yes.
Everyone gets Ty Chandler in fantasy, played him. I
Aaron
think the
Jones
first
played
week
every game last year.
did he really?
No,
17,
he missed.
17 games.
Aaron
Wow.
Jones. Was it
I thought
playoff?
Aaron Jones.
Was it playoff? I swear he was out last year with a hamstring.
Maybe not.
That's crazy.
I know his first year though he was, because 2023 he was. He did play every game. But
2023, he was on the Packers, too.
was this his first year on the Vikings last year? I thought he's been.
Yes.
Last year was
Last
his
year- no,
first
last
year
year
on the
was his
Vikings,
first year.
yeah. 2023, he only played 11 games, and it's telling me 2024 Minnesota Vikings 17 games.
Yeah.
He had
Interesting.
1,138
Sure
yards.
does.
Interesting.
Maybe-
I don't know
maybe
why.
it was just
Maybe he
soreness
went
or
out in a
something.
game or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter.
I don't know.
Cam Akers is back in the Vikings.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
we did trade for Cam Akers last year because Aaron Jones had a hamstring problem. I specifically remember that, but I don't know. I guess he didn't miss a start,
Fake
so
news.
whatever.
Interesting.
But yeah, so Jordan Mason season, I'm actually really hyped for that because, even with us missing our left tackle and, our guards kind of dropping like flies with concussions and X, Y, and Z, he's running the damn ball and he is a monster. So I can't wait to see it. I mean, last year he averaged, 97 yards a game when he was the RB1 for San Francisco?
Something like that.
So-
I'm excited to see what Jordan Mason can do on this Vikings team because I think he's definitely a lot more explosive, obviously younger, and going to be good to see what he can do on this Minnesota team because I think he's going to be a really important weapon.
Yeah, I think we brought in Cam Akers to take some of that backfield passing that Aaron Jones is so good at, and then we can just have freaking Jordan Mason pound the rock. So
Yeah, KOC was saying that he's going to be the bell cow. So thank you, Avery. I don't know if you're listening, probably not, but thank you for trading me Jordan Mason in our Dynasty League. Appreciate that.
yeah, that's huge. All right, moving on to the next one here. Austin Eckler diagnosed with a torn Achilles, and I'm sure you guys all were watching it, and there was no doubt about it when it happened that it was going to be a torn Achilles. That little hop he did right before his foot completely planted on the ground and popped, and then he hit the deck. You just knew. You just knew it was an Achilles. The age thing. It sucks. The Commanders are the oldest team in the league, so that sucks for Austin Eckler. He was actually having a pretty damn good season so far, but on the flip side of that, Bill. Shout out to him.
Bill.
We love that guy here, but it will be Bill season, and yeah. What do you guys think of that?
Yeah. I'm fully going on this train now. I think a torn Achilles is the worst injury in sports. I'm not a doctor, so if I'm wrong, I'm wrong, but it just seems like you can't make this any faster. You have to go through the whole procedure, get the surgery, obviously, and then it's at least 9 months, at least. Now with like the ACL, you're kind of out 6 months is like the minimum, which still is a long time, but torn Achilles, man, depending on your age, it could end your career. It's just a terrible injury. It sucks for Eckler, with, like you said, with his age. They're going to go with Bill, see if he's got it, the 7th rounder, rookie. Hopefully he plays well. I know some people on this podcast traded for him on our dynasty, and
Come on.
we'll see. You never know. He's a 7th rounder for a reason. Doesn't mean he's going to go out there and be, an all-star pro, but he's going to get the opportunity, Bill, and it just sucks that, Eckler had to go down. But,
Yes,
yeah,
very much.
speedy recovery for Eckler, and hopefully the Commanders can figure something out in that running back room.
Yeah, I'll be honest. I think that was a career ender for Eckler. I mean, how old is he? 34, 35
Ooh.
maybe?
No,
think
he's
he's
like
like
30,
30.
at most.
Yeah.
No way. He's only 30.
I think at most 31.
He's 30, 95.
Yeah.
Man, never mind. I was way off. I thought he was way older.
He's been in the league since 17, but yeah, he 30 years old,
I thought he was
5'17",
way
95.
older. Holy fuck, was I off?
Yeah.
Maybe not a career ender then, but I think for sure this is going to put him into an official RB2 situation. I mean, I know they traded Brian Robinson, who was the one earlier, which put him as the number one, but I think he was still going to be kind of like split backs. Like when he was in, he was probably going to be more of a pass catcher and stuff. But I think officially after this injury, no one's going to really want to have a 31-year-old coming off a torn Achilles, and he'll officially take a back seat and be a running back 2 for the rest of his career. So I think that definitely hurts for his career.
Yeah, definitely. Brendan, you want to do this next one?
All right. Get into another injury, which sucks. That's kind of all the sports starters that we have. Joe Burrow, toe injury, grade 3, turf toe, will undergo surgery and miss up to 3 months. Damn, dude, I don't know what the Bengals are doing. I don't know why it's taken this long for them to figure out to maybe get some O-linemen in there. Your franchise quarterback gets hurt every other year, but we want to pay T. Higgins $30 million. But you got to make Joe Burrow happy, but it just sucks, man. He's I've seen a lot of things getting into this Andrew Luck phase of his career, Andrew Luck 2.0, where he just can't stay healthy, and he's just going to be like, yo, if I know I made you guys get this wide receiver, but if you give me no O-line help, I might just call it because I'm not going to be sidelined for every season. Thankfully, it's not like concussions and stuff, because that's why I think Andrew Luck retired. Yes. But ACLs and MCLs and ankles and wrists are not anything better. So, yeah, it sucks that the Joe Burrow is out. We'll see if the Bengals make a move for like a Jameis Winston, because that would be electric. I love that so much. But yeah, they need to make a move because Browning, he's cool, but he's not going to keep them in contention to make the playoffs, sadly. So, yeah, this sucks for Burrow and
not.
Bengals.
Yeah, man. Listen, I know he's not listening, but Joe Burrow, we have one of your LSU teammates over here in Minnesota. So, I mean, just saying.
You want Justin Jefferson to go play quarterback for him or something, or what are you trying to get at here?
You know what I'm trying to get at here, but obviously that would never happen. But no, it does suck. Turf toe, grade 3. Like, I know people hear that and they're like, "Oh, that turf toe, that can't be that bad." It's bad, dude. Like, look up the diagram of what happens when you get a grade 3 turf toe injury, and it is gruesome. So, sucks. It really sucks for Joe Burrow. Set to be out for at least the next 3 months. And if you want to be in playoff contention by the time he could possibly come back, you got to do something at quarterback. I agree. I think Jameis Winston would be electric. I don't know if that would really increase their chances of being playoff contenders.
Obviously, fantasy-wise only is what I was thinking.
But, yeah. So, I don't know, man. It just sucks to see a guy that, has so much talent and is so much potential, took that trash Bengals team to the Super Bowl a few years back and hasn't been able to really stay healthy or put a good enough team around him to go back anywhere even close. So really just sucks overall, man. That Bengals front office and just organization as a whole is kind of a mess.
Yeah, it's a big hit, man. I mean, the offense was looking so promising. Chase Brown, T. Higgins, Jamar Chase. I mean, they could definitely do some crazy stuff on offense. Obviously, the whole question was the defense. Now you're just, as a Bengals fan, you're just kind of like chalk the season. I mean, if Jake Browning can come in and somehow be literally him and carry him to, maybe 500 until he's out, and maybe they can spark something at the end. But I doubt that's going to happen. Just sucks. He has so much potential. I mean, in his prime, like right now, and he just can't stay healthy. I mean, it's just unfortunate that, a guy of that caliber can't really seem to stay healthy. So, speedy recovery, because I would love to see a good stretch of years where Joe Burrow can stay healthy and see what he can do.
Yeah, it takes a damper on my MVP and my Offensive Player of the Year votes.
Yeah, I was listening back to that the other day, and it sounded like I said Joe Burrow. I definitely said Josh Allen. So.
Oh, well, my sense to you, and you didn't say anything.
Interesting.
So. It was a joke. I definitely said Joe
Burrow.
Okay, didn't pick it up. Sorry.
Yeah, you did not.
But also, Joe Burrow is 29, so like he is not a young kid anymore. So this is scary for the future of the Bengals. So hopefully speed recovery, but It just sucks, man. It really does.
Very, very, very much. All right. Time for a smooth transition here. Love that. We're going to move on to my game. I came up with this while I was sitting in the hospital, watching football the whole time. Well, not the whole time, but, when it was on.
Only football. Did you play Tavon Austin's college mixtape?
Mandatory.
All right,
Obviously.
Hey,
and 2012 Adrian Peterson, the whole highlight. Yeah.
Don't worry, I'm watching football. You got this.
Yeah. Good luck. High five.
Yeah.
So I call this game Old Names, New Places. This is going to be guys that aren't obviously top tier free agents that got signed last year. But these are going to be some guys that, should be pretty familiar. And I just want to see if you guys know what team they are on currently. Start off with the first one, which I think should be kind of easy. You guys are going to be doing this together. This isn't going to be a competition or anything. I just want to see if you guys know where
really
these guys
smart,
are at.
Or really dumb.
Here we go.
Starting off with one that
for these names.
I hope is pretty easy. Starting with Eric Stokes. Where is he at this
Raiders.
year? Ding, ding, ding. That is correct. Eric Stokes, last year Green Bay. This year, the Las Vegas Raiders. Another one here. Dante Fowler Jr. Where is he playing?
Commanders.
Final answer.
Am I thinking of a different? Am I thinking of a different Fowler?
I got no clue. I wanted to say Texans, and I know that's so wrong.
I'm pretty sure 2015 third overall pick. I had it.
Maybe I'm thinking
up,
of a different person.
He's old at this point.
AFC or NFC?
NFC.
It's not the Commanders. I am not sure. I don't know.
Last year he was on the Commanders.
Okay, so this is this guy, but now he's on a different team. Damn it!
Do you remember
Rams.
the team he was on before the Commanders?
Rams.
All right, it is not the Rams. He is on the Dallas Cowboys. He went Cowboys, Commanders, then back to the Cowboys this year.
Oh. Damn, I was really set on Commanders, I had no.
I'm so cooked.
All right, next here, we're going to go with Justin Reed. Where is he playing this year?
Oh, God.
Saints.
I thought
Final
that
answer.
was Tyrann Mathieu.
If I say the right answer, just tell me that I'm right.
Okay, yes, you are correct. You are correct.
Don't make me fucking second guess myself on this fucking shit, all right?
I'm trying to do that. But, yes, he is on the Saints after being on the Chiefs last year.
Shout out Underdog NFL, baby. Come on.
Seriously. Maybe this guy, I don't know, he kind of stuck out to me, so it was interesting to see him on this team. Poona Ford.
Next.
Poona Ford.
Who the fuck is that?
Okay, Seattle Seahawk legend.
Poona
Defensive tackle.
Ford. Yeah,
He
that
sounds
guy.
like a Colt to me.
I would be honest, I have never heard of this guy in my life.
Okay,
So let's go with the
he
Cardinals.
is on the Rams. Was on the
well,
Chargers
Ford.
last year.
Nice.
All right. What about Jack Sanborn?
Dallas Cowboys.
Yes.
He is on the Dallas Cowboys.
Knew that one.
Badger legend. Shout out to him.
Exactly. Only reason I knew.
Left with Eberfuck.
Bears last year, Cowboys this year. All right, moving on. I'm losing confidence very, very fast.
Good.
Throughout this game.
I thought we were doing really well.
It is old
All right.
names.
I'm not gonna lie to you guys.
Oh.
I just don't know D tackles. That's the only thing I don't know. So if there's
That's
more D
not
tackles on
good,
here,
'cause I have two more on here.
okay, perfect.
All right, here we go.
Everything
Here we
else
go.
should be okay.
Lock in.
We'll keep going around. Hassan Reddick, where's he at this year?
Buccaneers.
He is on the Buccaneers. Played on the Jets last
Connor,
year.
if there's a big boy, I need you to lock the fuck in and
Dude,
pull out
I mean,
the big boy.
I'm not even getting a second to think. You're just naming them, so.
Yeah, that's why I wanted to do it together.
When you don't get it in 0.1 seconds, maybe I got you, but I'm being honest, don't count on me.
He was just on Monday night, so.
Dalvin Tomlinson,
Oh,
Delvin Tomlinson?
Viking legend. He whooped your guys' teams for
Daniel
quite a few
Thomas.
years.
Delvin
Retired.
Tomlinson. I thought you were going to say LaDainian and Delvin Cook at the same time.
Nope.
That just looks like a created player.
Nope.
Delvin
Dalvin
Tomlinson.
This guy definitely sounds like a Brown.
Okay. I
He
think
was on
it's
the
a
Browns
Charger.
last year.
Fuck.
Ah, nice. AFC or NFC?
NFC.
Damn it.
Saints.
What position does he even play?
Defensive tackle.
God. Okay, that's why I don't know. Okay. Cardinals.
That is correct. I was waiting for you to just throw Cardinals out again.
Yes!
I thought that was going to be a layup because you were doing that for like the past 3 names, but that one was a little
Shout
bit
out to Cardinals, baby. K1. The Baker.
All right. Robert Spillane.
Cowboys.
Robert Spillane.
Last
I got
year
nothing.
he was on the Raiders.
Robert Spillane.
This year he is on a team that I would say Brendan and I have a mutual disdain for.
Jags.
Patriots.
It is the Patriots. Disdain is
Fuck.
bad, Connor. Disdain means not
Uh-oh.
good.
Words.
So, yes, he is now on the Patriots. Did I say Paulson Adebo yet?
No, but
No.
you can skip that one if you want.
No. Adebo.
Yep.
Colts?
Debo Samuel. Yeah, he's on the Commanders.
He's a
He
defensive
was on
player,
this-
I know,
he was
right?
on
He's a
the
defensive
Saints.
player.
Yes, he is.
What team was he on last year?
He was on the Saints last year.
What's an Antifo? Was it the Bucks?
It is not. You are really pulling for this team's third-string quarterback to make a start.
Giants.
this year.
Giants. Fuck.
It is the Giants. That is
Damn it.
correct. Paulson
He's
Adebo
a
from the
beast, too.
Saints.
Middle
to the
linebacker, right?
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
a dog.
I just don't.
Um,
Fuck the Giants.
All right, last one here. This is
Okay.
the
Thank
10th
God.
one. Yeah, sorry guys. I guess this is not as good as I thought it was going
Bro,
to
I
be.
thought I did pretty well. The fuck,
You
man?
did great. I don't know any of these guys. I knew Eric Stokes and Sanborn.
Yep.
Nice.
All right, Nick Mullins,
Oh God.
the Mormon Missile. He played on the Minnesota Vikings last year.
He did. Is it Seattle?
It is not. This is going to be a team that, shockingly, Brendan and I actually agree on now.
Panthers.
Before the season, we were on opposite.
Jags.
That is correct. He is on.
I
he
wanted to
is the
say that so
backup to
long ago, but I
Jacksonville
didn't want to sound
Jaguars.
stupid. I said Jags like 3
Gotta
times.
start throwing them out, dude.
Fuck.
All right, that is it. That
Good
is
game.
my game.
It was a good game.
Maybe
I'm
most
trash.
of them were defensive players. I thought that the offensive players get majority of the press when it comes to free agency, so I thought it was going to be a little too easy. Maybe I should have snuck a few of those in there, but
Would've been nice.
hindsight is 2020.
It is.
But
I'll give Connor that it's late and his brain's turned off. I'll give him the benefit of the
That
doubt.
shit is off.
all right. Well, we are moving on to the next topic here, which is going to be our overreactions and takeaways from week 2 of the NFL season. Who wants to start on this one?
What game? We should just start just go in order, I guess. Let's just do the Commanders game.
Okay.
Commanders Packers game. Connor, thoughts and takeaways from? Let's just do NFC North games.
Okay.
What do you think about the matchup
Yeah.
or the game? I
You know,
guess.
I was pretty scared going into the game. I was confident, but I was kind of worried because the Packers have a track record of losing to mobile quarterbacks. We usually can't contain them. And I know we said it last episode. Micah Parsons is going to be a key factor because he's really fast. Obviously, he can cause a lot of disruption. And that's what happened. Our defense held up really, really well. Our corners are playing surprisingly well, and I think that has to do with the pressure that we're getting to the quarterback. And then our offense is just looking, phenomenal right now. Tucker Kraft has taken a huge leap. Obviously, the Jaden Reed going down sucks, but the rest of our weapons are putting in work. Romeo Dobbs, Golden had opportunities. He's there. But overall, I think the Packers look phenomenal right now. And, our first 2 games of the season, we took down 2 teams that made it to the divisional round last year in the NFC playoffs. So 2 really good opponents and shut them both down. Both scored under 20 points. and that's just honestly a huge win for the Packers. So, I'm really liking what I see.
Yeah, no, I completely agree. If I were a Packer fan, I really wouldn't have much to complain about. Your guys' defense looks freaking elite, and your offense just has to score a few points. I mean, it does.
The only thing I'd like to see is I forget who said it. I forget, but somebody said it was like we kind of go up early. We come out, we look really dominant, and we kind of like take our foot off the gas, and it seems like we kind of just coast to a win. I would like to see us through all 4 quarters of football just keep putting the pressure on an offense, run up the score 40, score 50. I want to have
maybe
big
57.
wins if we can. Hey, but I want to see these big wins because we start off hot, and then we kind of just seem to slowly just take the foot off the gas, and we let them come back a little bit, and that game could have gone either way. If Matt Gay didn't miss 2 field goals, we also missed one. But it's a different game if those go in. So I would like to see this team just keep driving, keep scoring throughout the entire game. Run up the score, keep making stops on defense.
Yeah, great takeaways. The only thing that I would like to see is the Packers play a good defense. I think they are taking advantage of the not so stellar defenses the last 2 weeks. Obviously, they're putting BTA on their opponents, but the Commanders' defense isn't the strongest, and obviously the Lions isn't much better. Obviously, there's not many teams that are really good on both sides. The best would probably be the Eagles upcoming in their schedule because the next 3 or 4 is pretty easy. I'm really excited for that Eagles matchup, but yeah, I don't got much to say about the Packers besides they're looking really good and really scary in the NFC.
Yeah, couldn't agree more myself. Moving on.
One team I can take over here. One team that sucks on both sides is the Chicago Bears. They lose to the Detroit Lions 52-21. And my God, shout out Dan Campbell. They the only positive I took from this is I had Amon-Ra in a fantasy league, and I was like, dude, keep doing it, please. I don't really care at this point. Just keep scoring points for my fantasy team. But yeah, Goff goes off. 23 for 28, 34, 5 touchdowns. Everyone scored for the Montgomery scored, Gibbs scored, Amon-Ra had 3, Jameson Williams had 1. Brock Wright even had a touchdown. So, I mean, yeah, the Lions are a good football team. Everyone going crazy about Ben Johnson being, a terrible coach. I'm like, dude, you guys just did that at the same time. That was pretty cute.
That was kind of sick.
I'm like, dude, how about we pump the brakes? We played 2 very good teams. Both of them over 14 wins last year. Let's just pump the brakes and saying that Ben Johnson's not a good coach. Let's relax. But 52 is a lot of goddamn points. Obviously, Ben Johnson is the head coach, but he probably doesn't touch the defense much at all, really. So Dennis Allen's got to figure something out with these defenses. Obviously, with players hurt, it sucks, but you can't give up 52 points to an opposing team. But Lions got embarrassed week 1, and now at home week 2, they wanted to make sure that everyone knew that they were still the Detroit Lions. But yeah, the Bears, not much to say positively. Caleb Williams is fine. I mean, he had 1 bad turnover, but I don't know what the hell he was doing there. I'm gonna be honest. DeAndre Swift, he sucks. I'm kind of done with him. We need to get someone in here. I don't know. Like, it would have been nice to get like a Nick Chubb in here in the free agency pool, but yeah, DeAndre Swift is not an every down back. Rome Odunze though, bright spot. He's breaking out. He is looking really good. DJ Moore's just running sprints. He's kind of pissing me off too.
Barely, dude. I wouldn't even say sprints. He's running jogs. He's
he's
checking
around.
dude.
I saw a thing that there was somebody put on X that there is a chance that they think DJ Moore would not be a Bear by the end of the year. And I read it. I'm like, oh no, he's good. But I'm just like, you know what? That wouldn't be the worst thing possible.
No,
get
not at all,
like a cornerback or something in there, and then let some of these second round players play. Luther Burden, 1 catch, dude, on a second round pick. Come on, Ozzie Trapillo, left tackle that we drafted. Healthy scratch. That's annoying. And then you got Colson Loveland doing absolute nothing. So yeah, there's a lot to improve on. Obviously, the Lions are a better team. I'm not breaking news there, but yeah, that was a terrible performance from the Bears. But hopefully we can bounce back with the Cowboys because their defense just gave up 40 or 37 points to Russell Wilson in 2025. So
God,
we'll see.
that game was
That
insane.
game was
though.
electric, dude.
That was a great game. Now moving on to a, some would say equally depressing, but maybe not to the same extent. Game here.
You don't want to be down here, brother. You do not want to be down
Dude,
here.
watching that game, I feel like I was. I'm not gonna lie to you. It was really bad. The Atlanta Falcons take down the Minnesota Vikings 22-6 in just an awful outing for this team from Minnesota.
It was bad.
I will
JJ.
say, you did have a lot of defensive players out.
Yes,
You had
we
I think
are.
Frank was out. Cashman was out.
Yep. Our-
Harrison Smith is still not playing. You have a
our-
lot of injuries, dude. Right now, I'm not
Yeah.
gonna lie to you.
Our injury list is just looking like a freaking grocery shopping receipt, dude. It's getting bad. But I mean, JJ McCarthy played a pretty bad game. 11 for 21, 158, 0 touchdowns, 2 interceptions, 6 sacks. Like just really, really bad game. I would say, the only bright spot to me, at least for the offense, was Jordan Mason. Starting to look like he was getting things going. Other than that, there really wasn't much to be excited about. There was that long 50-yard pass to Justin Jefferson. Cool. Didn't amount to anything. At the end of the day, when your team puts up 6 points, there's really not much to be excited about on the offense. And then, like you were saying, Brennan, our defense is kind of banged up right now. I think Ivan Pace is not. I don't even know where to start when it comes to this guy.
It seems like he puts his helmet on backwards and just runs around. I'm not gonna lie.
He's trying to play hero ball and trying to do too much and not being good at anything. So
when you're playing like Madden and you like sprint, but like you just hold down the sprint and it's just like running around, but it's like
Yep.
the computer doesn't know how to like do a 90-degree turn.
Yep.
That's kind of how he plays football. It's really funny to watch, but he's pretty
Yes.
good. Just sometimes it's like, what are you doing?
Yep. Just
Guy
like
gets lost.
classic case of just trying to do too much and then being bad at everything. We'll see what Carson Wentz can bring to this team. My biggest takeaways, though, from the game overall is going to be, like Brendan mentioned earlier, injuries. This, we need desperately Christian Darrisaw to come back. JJ McCarthy is getting blindsided every single chance he gets. I mean, you take 6 sacks in a game alone, and that's rough. So that whoever that. I don't even remember his name right now. The guy that we had starting at left tackle, who ended up getting hurt that game anyways, just shouldn't be an NFL player. Should never step foot on an NFL field again. So I just think we'll see what this offense looks like next week. Hopefully Darrisaw's back healthy, and hopefully we can get it back together. Because as of right now, that game showed me that we can't do anything with the way that these injuries are piling up. So. But that's also the chance you take when you constantly sign, or when you sign players that, on these 1 to 2 year deals that are injured. And that's the reason you get them at a discount. So we're kind of reaping what we sowed in the off season. So
After this game, obviously him getting 22 carries, where do you rank Bijan and the running back spectrum?
good, dude. 1, I don't know about that. He's
I think
up
he's
there.
the best running back in the league right now.
I think he's top 2.
And it's 1 and then Saquon is 2.
Do you? Yeah.
I mean, it's hard to say if you're starting a team. Obviously, age Saquon's a little older. You would obviously take Bijan, but I don't know, dude. Bijan did basically whatever you wanted on Monday. 6.5 a carry is absolutely insane.
Dude, there was a snap where it went to Bijan. It hit his arm, and he just grabbed it. It was a direct snap. That was a messed up snap from the center. It hit Bijan's left arm, and he just grabbed it and ran. It was a designed pass.
Guy's a baller.
He's
5'11",
so
215,
good,
and can run a 4.3, 4.4, and run sideways.
It has every single. It has literally the ability human joystick the Madden
facts.
ability. Like, can do anything on the field. It's
If
ridiculous.
you have him in Dynasty, congratulations.
Yeah.
He's going to be
Yes.
pretty damn good for the next.
That guy's elite.
All right,
He's fully
let's.
elite.
Connor's getting sleepy, so Alex, I don't know if you saw my text, but we're going to skip QBs for this week and do it next week when I'm on first shift. We're going to be recording at normal people times. Whoop whoop. We can just go right into the pick'ems and then fantasy and then my game, and we'll get out of here.
Love that. All right, just jump right into it. Starting off with this Thursday night game, which I'm assuming is going to be a clean sweep. We got the Miami Dolphins going to Buffalo to play the Bills. Who do we got?
Connor, you want to go first? Okay, yeah, Buffalo.
Yeah,
don't got to say much. What would you rank the Dolphins in power ranking right now?
32.
32?
I would say, 30, maybe 31.
Dolphins and Saints play in a neutral site. Who wins?
Dolphins.
Dolphins. Yeah, I'm going to go Dolphins. So, like I said,
They're 31. They're 31.
31. All right, moving on to the next game here. We got Atlanta heading down to Carolina.
Alex, who are you picking?
I'm picking Atlanta.
Oh.
Carolina. Okay. And I wanted to talk about this because I've been putting misinformation in the chat. Okay. As we've been going on these past 2 weeks of the NFL season. Bryce Young does not look bad. Okay.
Oh.
His Xavier Legette looks awful.
He looks horrible. That guy's a fake player.
He is garbage, dude. He is, I don't understand. He is massive. He is a huge human being who should be really good at football, but he sucks. So
They could trade for a guy like Adam Thielen, the Panthers should.
Yeah, or like a guy like DJ Moore.
Oh, no, he sucks. They don't want him.
Okay,
They don't want him. They don't want him.
No, I'm taking Atlanta in this game.
Cool.
Yeah,
so
I'm taking Atlanta as well. The whole Bryce Young thing, really quick. He doesn't look like terrible. He doesn't look good by any means. I've noticed for one, his offensive line's terrible. He's got a second to look at things, and he's getting pressured, and there's so many in the backfield. So that offensive line needs to figure it the fuck out. So if they want the team to do anything, but on the other hand, Bryce Young's pocket presence is horrible. It is so bad. I get having a bad offensive line. It doesn't help. It's, he has to worry about so many things. But so many times at the end of that Cardinals game, he would literally just snap the ball. He'd be in the pocket for a second. He's getting swarmed. He wouldn't step up and run. He would literally just sit there and not do anything and just take a sack when that's something you can't do. He's just making a lot of mistakes for a guy in his, third year, where, this is kind of his year. He's got to prove something. He's still making a lot of, rookie mistakes, which he's got to figure out. But I'm still on the Bryce Young train because, shout out Ted McMillan, I need that guy to do something. But, yeah, going Atlanta Falcons.
Would you guys quickly like to hear the 2023 NFL drafted quarterbacks? Just real quick.
2023?
2023, the class with Bryce Young. Bryce Young, C.J. Stroud obviously doing pretty well. Anthony Richardson, Will Levis, Hendon Hooker, Stenson Bennett, Aiden O'Connell, Clayton Tune, Dorian Thomas Robinson.
That guy's kind of nice.
Sean Clifford,
Oh, God.
Jaron Hall. Okay, Tanner McKee, and Max Dugan.
Dog.
Pretty bad.
Bitters.
Pretty bad, if
That's
you ask
so
me.
tough.
Yep, that's a
crazy.
rough draft class. Quick side note question: Doesn't Carolina spend the most on their offensive line in the NFL?
I really thought they had a
Possible.
really good offensive line last year.
I don't know.
playing
No,
What
terrible
happened?
this year.
no,
I don't know.
I'm 90. I don't know. Maybe it changed this year with the free agency. I know last year they had the most expensive offensive line and they were awful. They just didn't play well, even though they brought in. Remember we were talking about it last year, where
They made
tackle, guard,
under
The
tackle.
Carolina
center.
Panthers are spending the most on their offensive line for the 2025 NFL season with a total of approximately $95 million.
Yeah, so they're paying for ass.
They
it's
don't
bad.
Okay,
Terrible.
so but To be honest, he only did get sacked 29 times in 2024. That's actually really good. I guess he only played 14 games, so I mean, got to base it off that a little bit. But 29 is not a bad number.
I mean,
I think Bryce Young just doesn't
what was
get the
the
ball
pressure
out.
rate?
Yeah,
Oh, I have no idea.
If you look at the pressure rate, he's got sacked 29 times, and I guarantee you, 70% of the time,
150
he's getting the
pressures.
ball and he's throwing it out of bounds,
Yeah.
or just chalking up a prayer.
Hey, Ted looks good though. I'll tell you that.
He
Tell you
does.
what.
He really does.
That's why I need Bryce Young to lock in, and that offensive line needs to give him some time.
Did
Yeah.
you guys
Because
watch any of the game against Cardinals? Like, were you
Yeah.
peeping at it all?
Yeah.
Why is Rico Dowdle getting more snaps than Chuba Hubbard?
Great question. Not exactly sure.
I do not understand it. And he wasn't hurt, so just
Yeah, I'm
pointing out
not
things.
exactly sure. I didn't really catch that. I mean, I caught a lot of the end, not like the full game, when they were kind of coming back, probably like midway through the third quarter to the end of the game.
Yeah.
But I could rant on that for a while, but pass. So
Fair enough. Moving on to the next game here. Green Bay versus the Cleveland Browns.
Pack.
Kind of. a lot of easy matchups here. Packers.
I'm actually going to go with the Green
you're
Bay
not.
Packers here.
yeah, exactly.
Moving on. Obviously, unanimous sweep there. Moving on to this one, we got the Houston Texans going down to Duval to take on the Jacksonville Jaguars. Brendan, who do you have in this one?
I know you were texting me about me showing a lot of love to the Jags, but after they kind of screwed me out of, getting one right and everyone taking the Bengals last week, the Texans need a win here, and I'm taking them. I think they are desperately in need of a win. Starting 0-3 in this division is going to be rough. Not that it's a powerhouse, but you can't beat the Jags. When they just lost to Jake Browning. We got some problems. This might be a terrible game, or it might be a shootout. There's no in between, but I'm gonna go Texans. Sorry, I'm gonna go Texans.
I'm gonna go with the Jags here. I haven't picked them yet, but Brian Thomas Jr. has been playing so bad that at one of these games he's gonna have to step up and actually start making some plays, and I feel like this is gonna be the game. He had 12 targets last week.
Dude's
and
got the
4
yips,
receptions.
bro.
He's scared.
Dude,
He's scared is what it
he's
is.
not
His
playing,
quarterback
so
throws hospital balls.
Yes,
all
he
the
does.
Goddamn time.
He does.
Yeah.
Wasn't it preseason? He got lit the fuck
Yes.
up.
That's
Yeah.
kind of
And
why.
ever since then.
Yes.
Yep,
Yes.
he'll
Yes.
just one arm out. Ugh.
That was
Yeah.
disgusting.
Dude,
Like if you look at the box score, like, oh, Trevor Lawrence had an interception or two. Like, no, BTJ literally punched it in the air so somebody could catch it. Like, obviously that's gonna get picked.
Yep.
Yeah, so, the Jags don't look great by any means. And honestly, the Texans looked pretty solid against the Bucks on Monday night. So I think this honestly could, like Brennan said, be kind of a shootout. I think the Jags are going to take it because you're going to have to look at BTJ and say, hey, you are our star player. You got to figure it out. He has the receptions. He's getting He's getting the targets. He's got to make the catches. He's got to lock in. And I think this is going to be the game where he kind of has that breakout offensive game. And that's going to kind of lead him to a win. So I'm going to go Jags here.
Derek Stingley lockdown game.
No, I like it. I'm also going Jags here. Shout out my boy Travis, right? This one's Travis
ETN.
Yep.
Trav-
Shout out to him. My
Hunter?
Trevor.
Big Travis Hunter fan.
Yep. I knew the comeback season was coming, and I don't want to see that freaking Tootin guy out there ever again. he pisses me off because he is actually
He's
also a
taking
really
reps,
good
dude.
running back. So I need my my preseason. We were talking about fantasy must-haves for their draft spots. I need ETN to go off this year like he kind of has been. So I also have the Jags in this one. Moving on, we got I think this is the first game in Dublin, right? And we got the Cincinnati Bengals taking on the Minnesota Vikings in Dublin. What do you guys think? Who do you have taking this one?
Connor, who you got?
I got the Vikings. And I'm going to be so honest, the only reason I have the Vikings is because J.J. McCarthy's not playing. As crazy as that sounds. I honestly think Carson Wentz is going to come in and be better than what J.J. would have done. If this was a J.J. McCarthy versus Jake Browning, I'm taking the Bengals. Like, I would. But I think Carson Wentz, he's He's a vet now. He's had some great seasons, and I think with the weapons on this Vikings team, he's going to be able to convert on offense, score some touchdowns, get down the field, even if it results in field goals, because the Vikings couldn't even do that with J.J. McCarthy. So I think they're going to be able to move the ball on offense, and I think this defense will hold its own, and the Vikings will sneak out with a win.
Yeah, I mean, going overseas, all these games are always disgusting. I'm gonna go Vikings as well. I think the team of the Vikings is just better. Carson Wentz versus Jake Browning is disgusting. I just like the Vikings team better. The defense is better. Offense is just a little bit better. Maybe, obviously, the Bengals are probably a little bit better, but the defense in Minnesota is way better. So I'm going to go with Minnesota.
Yeah, and I'm obviously going to go Minnesota here as well. Honestly, even if J.J. McCarthy was starting, I also would have gone with Minnesota. Again, obviously. But I think Darrisaw's coming back this week, so that's going to be huge for this offense. I'm telling you, it's going to make all the difference in the world. We're actually going to have time to set up passes, play action, all of that. I really do think this is, unless Carson Wentz goes out there and single-handedly shits the bed, I think this Vikings offense might start to look a lot better. So I got Minnesota as well, obviously. Moving on to the next one here, we have the Pittsburgh Steelers taking on the New England Patriots. What do we got for this one?
I'm taking the Steelers. I really don't want to, but I am. I think this is going to be kind of a shit show. The last few years when you're talking about the Steelers, you're like, oh, you look at the Patriots offense, you're like, the Steelers defense is just going to kind of kill them. Sure. Steelers defense has looked terrible this year.
What the hell is up with that, dude?
Really, really bad. And shout out to Nerd Sesh, dude. He went on a full rant about the Steelers defense, and I couldn't agree more. They looked so bad these last couple of games, but I think I'm still going to take the Steelers to get the win over the Patriots because I think I trust them just a little bit more than I do the Patriots.
Yeah, I'm standing still with the starting 0-4. Should be 0-2 right now. The Patriots should the Dolphins just suck ass and Tua's terrible. But yeah, got her. Great week, by the way. And Alex, week 1, good job. I suck at this. Steelers. I'm going Steelers.
Yeah, I'm also going Steelers as well here. I saw an interesting graphic. I don't remember any of the specifics on it, to be honest with you. But I do remember seeing it's opposing offenses.
I saw a graphic next.
I saw something on X.
I saw
a report.
It was opposing offenses when they run at T.J. Watt versus when they run the opposite direction. And when they run at T.J. Watt, I believe it was something like 1.3 yards per carry. But when they run away from T.J. Watt, it was at like 6.4 yards per carry. Like, that is insane.
They should outrun. Yeah, they should run that.
So this Pittsburgh defense needs to figure it the fuck out because I have them starting in one of my fantasy leagues, and they are getting shit on week in and week out. So
do you guys stream defenses on fantasy, or do you like kind of lock one in?
I usually lock one in.
I usually lock one in. Yeah, I have one. I have the Steelers defense.
But I kind of want to find a new one because I have the Lions, and we'll get to that later, and that's very scary.
Yeah, that's that's kind of rough. I was honestly, after these past 2 weeks, I've been thinking about just dropping and starting a new defense every week, but I don't know. I think I'm gonna ride it out with the Steelers for maybe 2 more weeks.
I usually forget to pick somebody up, and then I see the waivers come in and 8 defenses gone. I'm like, well, I guess I'm just sticking with mine.
In one of my my work league, my buddy has the Eagles and the Packers, and he's trying to trade one of them for a player, and I'm like, you might get somebody. You might get somebody to do it.
Yeah, somebody might.
He's like, you want the Packers defense? I'm like, thank you, but no, thank you.
You might be able to get somebody with some of these bad trades. So moving on here, we have the Los Angeles Rams going to Philadelphia to take on the Eagles. Who do we have in this matchup, guys?
I got the Rams. I think the Rams have a bit of vengeance coming off that playoff loss last year, and they've looked pretty good so far. I mean, Kyron's kind of had a shitter, but honestly, the wide receivers are playing amazing. Matt Stafford looks good. And this Eagles team honestly has not really proven anything. We know the roster's good, but honestly a pretty close game against the Chiefs. It was kind of a shit show. It wasn't great. I think Jalen Hurts had 135 yards. Like, he hasn't shown anything. So if it comes down to the wire where this Rams defense is, kind of piecing them up and they're ahead, if Jalen Hurts has to start throwing the ball, I don't know what he looks like this year because he hasn't had to do it. So if it comes down to it where, game-winning drive by Jalen Hurts, I think I'm going to take this Rams defense to stop him, and the Rams are going to get it done this week.
Yeah, we were going into this season, and I was blazing this wide receiver duo. Obviously, like you said, Kyron hasn't been doing the best. That's just because Puka Nacua and Devontae Adams have been unbelievable.
And they played two, honestly, really good D-lines.
Yeah. Sure. Yeah, I mean, that's just how good the Rams' offense is. You take one away, the other one's just going to feast. And the Eagles' D-line and middle linebackers are really good. Their corners are not the greatest. Like Quinyon Mitchell is fine, or he's good, but you got another demon on the other side with the Rams. So I'm going Rams as well. Like Connor said, you don't really know what the Eagles' defense or offense is right now, and we know the Rams' offense is elite. So I'm gonna go Rams.
Yeah, no, you guys make very compelling cases. I'm still gonna go with Philly here. I think they're just too well-rounded of a team, man. I think Saquon Barkley kind of eats this game and kind of takes over. I don't know. I think after what I saw from Jalen Hurts last week, for some reason, it seems like he can never really beat like the game manager allegations until he does. And I'll be the first one to say I use that card pretty often when it comes to Jalen Hurts. He's just a game manager. He's not much. But then last year in the playoffs, shut me up. I mean, there's really nothing I could have said. So I feel like he has it when he needs to, and when he doesn't, when it's not required for him to, he just doesn't. So
that's just how good the Eagles team is, bro. I'm not gonna lie.
100%.
Exactly
do anything.
I'm going with the Eagles here in this one.
Yeah, when he needs to, he will. But that's also when in the playoffs he had a full season under his belt of some, games where he had to throw like big moments. Week 3 hasn't thrown the ball much this year. It could go either way.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think that's going to be a really good game. Yeah, I can see it. Moving on though, we got a game that is not going to be game of the week. We got the New York Jets heading to Tampa Bay to play the Bucks. Who do we have in that one, guys? Any wild guesses?
I got the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and they're my lock of the week.
I have the Buccaneers as well. Tyrod Taylor is playing. Maybe if JF7 was, but he is in concussion protocol and probably out. So I'm going to go with the Buccaneers. Their offense is very exciting. Their defense is solid. And, they're at home, so I'm going Buccaneers.
Yeah, 100% clean sweep. I'm going Bucks here, too. Shout out Baker Mayfield. Love that guy on this podcast. Moving on, though, we got the Indianapolis Colts taking on the Tennessee Titans. I'll start this one. I have the Colts. Shout out Indiana Jones out there going absolutely crazy. And this is going to be my lock of the week. I have the Colts beating the Tennessee Titans here. I'm not really sure I'm not sure how long this hype train is going to go on, so I'm cool with locking the Colts here early. I love it, to be honest with you. It just increases the legacy of the KOC School for Destroyed Quarterbacks. So it just keeps that ball rolling. So I'm going Indianapolis Colts here. Lock.
Yeah, I got the Colts as well. I mean, I was high on the Colts last year, and they were honestly pretty shit. But love Jonathan Taylor, and Tyler Warren is him. Watch out, because that guy is actually so good at football. And they're a really fun team to watch right now. So give me the Colts.
Yeah, I love Cam Ward. I think he's a very good football player. The Titans just suck. That team is just so bad. Really so bad. I'm going to go Colts as well.
Yeah, I don't know what the hell is going on in Tennessee, dude. I mean, after that coach came out and said that the elbow doesn't count as a foot or whatever the hell it was in that press conference, I just lost all hope for Tennessee this year. It's game, dude. Just wrap the season.
Another number 1 overall pick incoming, probably.
Probably. Next up here, we got the Las Vegas Raiders heading to the heading to Washington to play the Commanders. Who do we have in that one?
I got the Commanders. I know it's kind of up in the air if Jaden Daniels going to play or not. We don't know. I'm still going to take the Commanders, even if Jaden Daniels doesn't play. I think I just trust this Washington team a little bit more. I was really, really close to picking the Raiders because Geno Smith in the first game proved that he can play. Ashton Genty is not doing much. Maybe this is his breakout game. Who knows? It's just a lot of toss-ups over there for the Raiders. I'm going to take the upside on the Commanders.
Yeah, I'm gonna take my surprising team of the year, the Raiders. I'm gonna take the Raiders. I'm just gonna stay with them even if Daniels is in because I like the Raiders. I like Geno. I think they're gonna be a pretty sneaky team in the AFC. I like their offense a lot. If Genty can figure out how to run a ball again, the team could be really good. But I like Geno. The Raiders have played some really good teams first 2 weeks, so I'm gonna go Raiders here.
Yeah, man. I mean, Geno did not look good last week. I don't know why I just shrunk like 36 inches. But I got the Commanders
Sinking
here
into the couch
in this one. I forgot to bring this up during the sports starters, so it involves the Commanders, so I'll just say it here. Earlier today, the D.C. City Council approved a $3.8 billion project to build a stadium in Washington, D.C. for the Commanders. 65,000 seats at the old RFK Stadium site by 2030. So
Nice.
Commanders are going to be returning to... I don't think that... I don't know if that's out yet, like as far as the project development or whatever. The Commanders officially going back to Washington, D.C. They play in Maryland right now. So going back to DC, I thought that was pretty cool. But I also have the Commanders in this. So moving on to the next one here, we have the team from Denver heading to Los Angeles to play the Chargers.
I got the Chargers, and I would like to say I think this is going to be a pretty good game. It still might be, but this Broncos team honestly just hasn't shown much of anything. They've looked worse than I thought they were gonna. That defense is not really holding up to standard as we thought they were gonna. Maybe it turns around in this game, and maybe this is where they kind of, get into rhythm and things change. But for now, I'm going to take the Chargers.
Yeah, I'm taking the Chargers as well. They're just a better team right now. Like you said, the defense in Denver's not playing up to their bar. But one thing I just don't understand what's going on is Evan Ingram. Where did he pass away? What is going on with him? He's playing 20% of snaps. Shout out Sleeper, but yeah, I don't understand. That was one of their biggest additions of the offseason, and they're not even using him. So yeah, I'm going Chargers just because the Broncos offense just looks abysmal. So yeah, give me the Chargers.
Yeah, and I'm obviously going with the Chargers here, exposing that fraudulent team from Denver. So moving on to the next game here, New Orleans heading to Seattle to take on the Seahawks. I'm just going to say this one, I got Seattle pretty easily.
Me as well. Not going to talk about it much.
Yep, Seattle is my lock of the week.
Yeah,
basically
they were my
lock
other option.
We're
Pretty
going
much.
to block every team, blame the Saints. So
Yeah,
I'm going to roll with that.
Moving on here, we have the Dallas Cowboys heading to Chicago. What do we got on that one, Bear?
Weirdly enough, I get it, we're home, but we're favored in this game. Not really understanding why. I see on the app I'm saying in betting lines, different.
Yeah.
Or maybe they switched it. I knew they were earlier today, but anyways. I went Dallas. Dallas, I took the Cowboys. Both defenses are going to struggle, so it's basically going to need to be a shootout, and I don't think we can keep up with the points that Dallas will put on the board because I think Dallas is just going to run up the score like the Lions did. Shout out, I think it's Dallas or Lamb is going to be Offensive Player of the Year or week this year, or this next week, because the last 2 weeks it's been the competition of the Bears being that guy. So shout out McCarthy and Goff. So yeah, I got the Cowboys.
Yeah, I got the Cowboys as well. CD's going to go for 220, 12 receptions, and touchdown. Go fantasy.
It's going to be disgusting, dude.
Yeah, I'm also going Cowboys here. I think it's going to be a rough one, to be honest with you. moving on here, we have the Arizona Cardinals heading to San Francisco to play the 49ers, and I have the Niners in this one.
I do too. I really want to pick the Cardinals, but I'm going to stick with the Niners in a close game.
Yeah, shout out Mason. He's not here. He's doing some schoolwork. I totally forgot that I have his picks and I didn't say any of them. But I did look at it. He does have the Bears, so we got one on him. I have the I have the Cardinals here. K1 Buda Baker. There's not much of a reason why. Mac Jones looked good last
Number
week.
19?
Yeah, I had him pretty high in our fantasy ranking though. So, I got the Cardinals here.
Interesting. Alrighty. Sunday night, the Kansas City Chiefs are going to be taking on the New York Giants, and I'm taking Kansas City all day long.
I'm taking the Chiefs. And I was really close to taking the Giants here also.
You should
not
do it.
gonna lie.
You
I
should.
was not gonna
You
lie.
should.
I was this close. They
Do it.
can't have that many good games in a row. They had
Do it.
an electric game. Neighbors and Wan'Dale Robinson went off. It was great to
Russ
watch.
played his ass off.
Russ
dude.
was insane, 450
Until
yards.
Until the very
That,
end.
Live and die
That
by the
was-
moon ball.
Literally.
that was the last good game for the next probably month of football for Russ. I can't
really-
pick them back to back, so I'm going Chiefs.
It's shit on the Jackson Dart stock for this year because now he just got like 3 more weeks for sure. I see he's been going out for some like weird packages, but
Yeah, some weird plays.
I don't know. I got the Chiefs.
Yep. And then Monday night, only game on, Detroit heading to Baltimore to play the Ravens. Who do we have in this one?
Got the Ravens. And, could be also game of the week. It's this and whatever we were talking about earlier. Rams-Eagles. These are going to be the 2 games of the week, in my opinion. I think it's going to be a shootout. I think the Ravens take it.
I have the Ravens as well. I think their offense is better, and I think their defense is better, and they're at home, so I'm going to go Baltimore.
Yeah, I'm going Baltimore too. I think, I don't know. I just have a feeling that Baltimore is going to run away with this game. It could be quite literally with Derrick Henry. So I have Baltimore, and I feel like it's going to be pretty handily that they win that game. So those are our picks for this upcoming week. Moving to the next topic here, we have Brennan's fantasy panic or relaxed on these specific fantasy players this year.
Yeah, so it's not a blind ranking. It's literally just going to be a 1 through 10 panic meter. 1 being you don't have any panic about them. 10, you could drop them right now and not care. I will preface, these are all like terrible like options. So it's not going to get better with these players. So
Sick. Love that.
First name up, Brian Thomas Jr.
2. He's getting targets. He's being scared right now. I think that's just a bit of a flaw. He's got, just like you said earlier, the yips. I think he's going to be just fine. I think fantasy-wise, he's going to bounce back. He's going to be all right.
Yeah, I agree, but I think I'm more towards like a 4, only because how many weeks is that going to last? You know what I mean? Is it going to be till week 7 when he decides like, oh wait, I'm actually playing a contact sport and getting paid to play that? So I'm at about a 4. Nothing crazy, but
Yep. I'm at a 4, maybe at 5 at most as well. He's a great talent. The yips just kills. Obviously, I'm not saying he has it, but it just looks like he doesn't want to get hit and is scared. If he keeps that up, it's going to be awful. So I'm going to go 4, maybe 5 at most. Next, every time you do that, I think you're laughing at me. I'm not going to lie.
Because he is.
All right. Thank you. Next name up, A.J. Brown.
17. This guy sucks. Jalen Hurts is terrible. Legitimately, I'd put him at like an 8, to be honest.
yeah, I was just going to say
great
7.
talent, but yeah, he's a great talent. He's got the team around him, but quite frankly, with a team that doesn't need to throw the ball, he's just not going to get the targets. And if he's getting clamped up by the 1, why not just look at Devontae Smith, who can beat almost any cornerback too in the entire league? So AJ Brown, I'm honestly at like an 8. That guy's just, it's tough.
Yeah, thinking about it now, I'm actually going to move it up to like an 8 or a 9. Honestly, I think I'm going to go with a 9 only because of that. I think it was a recent quote that came out that he said where he cares more about his individual stats than winning NFL games, and
That's a terrible stat.
he's not
Terrible.
getting he's not getting anything. So
Yeah.
he is. I'm sure he's going to be frustrated on the sideline reading all these books. So I'm pretty
Yeah.
panicked when it comes to AJ Brown, man.
Yeah, I'm at 8 as well. Like Connor said it perfectly. I think the team's just too good where they don't have to throw the football. And if they do, it's going to be like maybe 6 targets at most, and he's going to have to make do with those targets. And so far, he just hasn't. Can he pick it up? Yes, but just right now, it's scary for fantasy-wise. Next name up, we got a few rookies coming here. Omarion Hampton. I'm going to start because I drafted him too. I'm a 6. It's disgusting. He's getting every opportunity possible. Obviously, with what is that? Who's that lineman that went down? Anyways, the lineman for the
Slater?
Chargers that
Slater.
went. Slater, yes. Once he went down, obviously everyone knew that the line was gonna be a little bit worse. But yeah, he just doesn't look good at all with his opportunities. They're giving Najee a lot of carries now, which is scary. But yeah, I'm at like a 6 right now.
Shout out to Najee Harris.
Yeah, I was
Big
between
Najee.
I was between like a 4 or 5. I mean, he's kind of right in the middle pack. He's a rookie, 2 games in. He hasn't looked good, but at the same time, young player, got a lot to learn. So I think he can still improve.
Next up, Ashton Genty.
Correct.
Oh, called it. I'm at like a 3, dude.
I'm-
I'm sure Genty's gonna figure it out, especially on this Raiders offense. I'm not worried.
I'd put him at like a 5 also. I think him and Hampton are the same. You're 2 games in. You got a lot to prove, and you got a lot to learn at the same time. So I think you got to put them right next to each other.
Yeah, I think he's at a 4, maybe 5 at most, just because he doesn't have any competition in that backfield to take it away from him.
Nope.
Next name up, 4 more options here. Henderson from the Patriots.
That team sucks, dude. So
It does,
It
but he was
sucks, and
drafted so
Stevenson-
high.
he
Stevenson
was.
still looks solid. Like, he had a great game last week. They're
It's
so
like
hard. They're
6,
rookies,
dude.
and they're running back 2s.
I would rank it
Panic-wise, I think
based
I'm just
on-
going to put them at 5 again.
Yeah, I would rank it based
Or
on
if we're
how
going
likely
fantasy,
they are.
Fantasy, yeah, this is what we're
fantasy,
doing. Fantasy.
oh, then I'm going
Yeah.
like 7 because he was
Yeah.
drafted way too high.
Yeah,
The
6
whole
or
thing has
7.
been fantasy. Yep.
Yeah, way too high.
So I gotta do 6 or I'm just gonna go with a 6.
All right, guys, thank you for listening to the Cheese and the Beer podcast. We're gonna get out of here. Yeah, for fantasy is what we're doing. I'm gonna go like, god damn it, 6 or 7, because again, like Connor
Okay,
said, he
so-
was just drafted so high. I think Stevenson went in like the 11th or 12th round,
Late.
and he's obviously still playing really good, and a lot of people have a lot of stock in him. So I'm gonna go. I'll go 6.
RJ
Next,
Harvey.
no, actually, I
Oh,
didn't want to.
damn it,
I didn't want to
Travis
play
That'd be
every.
high. That'd be high.
He's not even on anybody's
No.
radar, to be honest.
J.K. Dobbins. GOAT.
Dog.
DK Metcalf is the next guy up,
Ooh.
and I'll tell you his points per
14 and 11, I think.
Okay,
Or close to.
Wikipedia over here.
Attaboy.
Let's see if that's actually right.
Let's see here. I want to see how I sound first.
12
That's
and
it.
11.
Ah, fucking close.
Close.
Panic wise,
7 and 6 targets. I'll say it like that.
I'm gonna go like 4. I think. You know, he was drafted in like the 4th round or like 4th round, I think it was. So it wasn't like a crazy high pick. Like if he's a wide receiver 2, it's all right. You would prefer someone a little better, but he's getting looks, and he is a guy who can break out, make some big plays, score some touchdowns. So I'd put him at like a 4.
Yeah, I'm right there. 4, possibly even a 5. Just if this Steelers team, I don't know, they need to get it together overall. So I'm gonna go with like a 5.
I'm going to go 5 as well. Now the question is, would we have DK Metcalf or this next guy, Marvin Harrison Jr. of the Arizona Cardinals, as
I'm
your
at like
wide
a-
receiver 1?
Wide receiver 1, I'd rather have Marv.
Okay.
But for panic wise, I'd say like I'm honestly pretty high on him this year. I think I'd go like a 3. I know he had a really bad week last week, But I think that's going to be kind of the story with this Cardinals offense is he's going to have, a good amount of good weeks. He's going to have some bad weeks. He's got McBride, James Conner, he's got some other running backs. He kind of got some guys over there. And if Kyler scrambles, it's taking away some reps. So I'd honestly give it like a 3. I think he's still going to be just fine.
Yeah, I'm going to go 4 here.
I don't know. Maybe I'm over-exaggerating, but I'm scared because just of his draft capital of last year when he's a top 3-4 pick, and he just hasn't been doing anything. And you got Malik Neighbors, BTJ, Rome now breaking out. So I'm at like a 6, just because he was supposed to be this god, arguably the number one, or not even arguably, he was the number 1 wide receiver drafted and was the best in his class. Blah blah blah, Ohio State. And he just hasn't shown anything. So I'm at like a 6. I'm hoping that he bounces back or starts getting better, I guess. And then the last name is Tyrone Tracy, running back of the New York Football Giants. I'm at like a 6. I'm at a 6.
I was gonna say a 6 as well. Just a lot of passing. No, stop it, Alex. Shut up. They're gonna be down in a lot of games, and after Russell Wilson just had a crazy game, they know that the wide receivers can keep him in it and all that. And Tyrone Tracy's I don't see him getting a whole lot of reps or value.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with a 7 here, only because the Giants are gonna be bad and they're gonna be having to throw the ball. So I just don't think he's gonna get the reps that he needs.
Mr. Scattaboo looked pretty goddamn good there too.
That
so
is
I'm at
also
like
true.
a 6.
He did.
Finish with starts of the week and then get out of here.
All right, starts of the week, our favorite thing. So, going into totals, super quick here. In last place, shocker, Brendan, you are in last still. You are at 101.82 points. I am still in third with 113.5. Mason's still in second with 134.18. And Alex, still with a pretty good lead, 141.48.
Dog.
Type shit.
Going into this week's picks. Quarterback. I'll start us off here. Why not? I absolutely pissed on this guy earlier, and I have the other team to win. But I'm going Jalen Hurts.
Pissed?
I want him. Yeah.
You peed on him?
You peed?
You
piss
peed
hot,
on
dude?
him?
I did. Maybe it'll spark something up. I don't know. But like I said, I think this could be a dogfight. I really don't like him. That was crazy. Oh my god. I don't even want to talk anymore. Jalen Hurts.
Gatorade.
I think he might have some rushing touchdowns. Maybe he airs the ball out. I don't know. I think they're going to be losing, so he's going to have to throw it. Whatever happens, I'm just going to take Jalen Hurts because fuck it, why not? Even though I
would
don't
take
like
Dak instead, but sure.
Eat a dick.
Is yours Dak?
No.
Okay. Who's
No,
yours?
it's not. Mine is Justin Herbert. I was just saying that because me and Brendan had that discussion last week. No, mine is Justin Herbert, week 3. I think
Cool.
that's going to be pretty shootout. So I think I got quite a few fantasy points coming my way.
Money. I'm going big dogs here. I'm going Lamar Jackson against the Lions. I'm pretty far behind. Thank you, Xavier Worthy, you bitch. I'm gonna go Lamar Jackson. I hope he has a really good game against Detroit.
Yeah, I'm trying to make a comeback as well, so he was on my radar. Hoping this guy can have a big week, which I think he's going to be a key factor in the win. Running back, I'm going Christian McCaffrey. I think he's going to have a big week.
I like
Alex?
that. I am going to go with a guy that has been kind of sneaky good, mostly involved in the passing game, but also sneaking in a few touchdowns here and there. I'm going Jaylen Warren, starting Jaylen Warren here at running back. So
They did say that they were going to try and get him some more reps, I think, today. So
and I think against the Patriots, that's going to be perfect. So
yeah, good team to do it against.
I'll make sure to get Mason in this one. I'm sorry, brother. Week 3 starts for Mason. His quarterback is Baker, and then his running back is also Christian McCaffrey. My Week 3 start running back is now the bell cow of the Minnesota Vikings. I'm going Jordan Mason against the Bengals.
great pick also.
I'm trying to save some running backs, and I think the Bengals defense stinks. There's no thinking they do. And I think Mason should have a pretty good fantasy week. So I'm going Jordan Mason as my running back.
Going into wide receivers here, I've said it multiple times. This guy sucks so far. He's going to need a breakout week. This is the week. Brian Thomas Jr., BTJ, is going to be my wide receiver.
Yeah, that's a risky pick there, brother.
It's a risky pick, but when he comes out with like 28 fantasy points with like 10 catches, 180 yards, and a touchdown, which doesn't add up to 27 points, I don't think. So,
Definitely
you know.
I'm going CD Lamb, man. Against this Bears defense, we saw what the Lions were able to do, and with the Cowboys, it's either going to be CD or
Brendan's guy, George Pickens.
George Pickens.
Yeah, Mason's is Ted McMillan. Mine is George Pickens. I think these pass interferences that are getting called against him, or down the field, the deep shots are going to actually be completed for this game because our DBs stink. And I'm going George Pickens against the Bears.
He gets a lot of red zone targets too. They just, obviously he gets held and whatever.
Maybe,
but he
yeah,
does get
if
a
he
lot
started
of
to
targets.
stop just looking at CD Lamb and threw it to someone else, he would be a lot better week one. But, we'll see. I got Pickens.
All right, and going into the final spot, the tight end. Shout out my guy, absolute baller, Tyler Warren, my tight end.
Can I say Mason's next?
Yeah.
Oh God.
I think he's getting him out of the way here. Mason's is Kyle Pitts.
Ooh. Well, against Carolina, he can have a game. He hasn't been terrible this year. He's getting some reps.
You got to use everybody. You can only use everybody wants.
Yeah, tight ends are going to get rough.
Get it out of the way.
Very.
Alex, who's yours?
I'm going to go with Brock Bowers here. Like I said, I think
taking him
like
early.
Yes, but I think that this is going to be a hell of a game for the Las Vegas Raiders. I think it's going to be a shootout, so I think Brock's going to get his targets and possibly a few touchdowns against the Commanders. So give me Brock Bowers here.
And to finish
it out, hopefully I can catch up.
No, probably not.
Not with that freaking BTJ pick.
My tight end to finish it out. This guy should score a touchdown, hopefully, please. Trey McBride. Like I said, going all heavy hitters. Trey McBride against the 49ers. Please, God.
Hey, you need to catch up.
I will laugh so hard if Brennan comes in with like 40 fantasy points this week. It would make me so happy.
All right, I'm already pretty bad on the pick'ems. I don't need to be bad everywhere, okay? Pretty depressed already. I don't need to be doing bad everywhere.
Team pick'ems.
Nah, just have like the worst
Fantasy.
football season of your life, because then next year
My
can only
dynasty
go
team.
up.
Pretty good, too. 0-2, good start.
Yep.
Yeah, I think I
pooped
won
on
2 in
last
dynasty also.
Yeah.
Got absolutely pooped on.
Yeah. Shout out Amon Ra. Fucking funny.
Yeah, literally.
Alex,
Wow.
man, imagine if you would have Puka Nacua on your team right now, too. Idiot.
Tough.
All right.
Yeah.
That was
Fuck you.
that was episode 83 of the Cheesehead and the Bear podcast. Everyone have a good rest of your night and go Bears. Maybe you win.
Go Packers.
Skull, baby.